نبحي تقدم عيزر يا ويف تعلمني سلامي لكابولو وتذكرني حتى تمكى بيتنا تقر البا على دعر كي وارس كيدان عداي أنا نبرحق نعخ نافق أنا نبسدت
نحنا إذا بيزان يزفون ناي بوليتيكا تقامرت كنكون فقادنياتا تايكونان ناي جزا نفسنا قويتوت كنكوني ناندل ثورانا هجراوي ديمقراسياوي ثوراي ناتنا ديمقراسياوي قوامن بروغرامن زلنا اتحادن ناي موداتن علامانا دما حزبنا بمعرنتن فتن زنبرلا ناصان ليلاويتن إرترا من مسرات رايو ስለዚህ نحن ምንቲ ንጽወታን ትካወኒልና ኣብ እግሪ ዝኮነ ይኹን ወገን ኣይንብርከኽኒና نحن ነፍስና ክንመስል እምበር መተካእታ ናይ ዝኮነ ወገን ክንመስል ኣይንደልኒና ቃልቲ ዝመረረን ተመረረ ዝነውሐን ተነውሐ ኣብ መጨረሽታ ዓወትና ግድን نبرحق نعخ نافق أنا نبسدت نسخاب نسكن بنا قلنا بحاله مرحبا مرحبا تمرمر لحد
United Arab Emirates and allied Yemeni forces have allegedly been running a network of some 17 secret prisons across southern Yemen and one in Eritrea. Now, the locations include military bases, at least one airport, even private villas and a nightclub. There are reports of regular abuse and extreme torture.
We heard that there are American investigators.
Kulluski leleske batafala idirebo okidinga danata imenge kontella sauratella kochitela ko bishamafta se pumae saurata bobenae atugaba agitinge sama langa dinni amalemme retra kulluski leleske batafala idirebo okidinga danata imenge kontella sauratella kochitela ko bishamafta se pumae saurata bobenae atugaba agitinge sama langa dinni amalemme retra dibae tumye fajanala Eritrea laga badiyenna kasiyenna yela edni sel daude koshita laga fajana sifemma amani da feda seru bagada lage ya turba ikmalni kona gana tala dibae tumye fajanala Eritrea laga badiyenna kasiyenna yela edni sel daude koshita laga fajana sifemma amani da feda seru bagada lage ya turba ikmalni kona gana tala Janoske gogoda fanaka buba kota ke tamma waida da tulidiya galle shefsate bila lagala utama fajanase lage na bandera ta falaske kodike shunda kokala kulluski leleske batafala idirebo okidinga danata imenge kontella sauratella koshitela ko bishamafta se pumae saurata bobenae atugaba agitinge sama langa dinni amalemme retra kulluski leleske batafala idirebo okidinga danata imenge jajjamaaf taseebummaa'ee sawrataa hubeenaa'ee addugaaba agitinge sama langa deenni amallemme ereetera. Janala Eritrea laga badiyenna kasiyenna ngela edni sel daude koshita laga fajana sifema amani da feda seru bagada lage ya turba ikmalni kona gana tala diva etumye fajanala Eritrea laga badiyenna kasiyenna ngela edni sel daude koshita laga fajana sifema amani da feda seru bagada lage ya turba ikmalni kona gana tala.
With Saudi Arabia and the issue of Salafists in Syria, Trump's speeches against radical Islam again and again. It's domestically, foreign policy, everything, until he recognizes that Saudi Arabia and Qatar, as the primary exporters of this Wahhabist ideology, Salafism, which is the biggest motivating factor of what we call international terrorism, that is radical Islam. Yep. Iran is not radical Islam. Sufis are not radical. They're not a danger to anyone.
We have a chance to tell Saudi Arabia we've had enough. The question is, should we give money or arms to Saudi Arabia at all? What has Saudi Arabia done over the last 30 years? They have been the #1 exporter of jihadist philosophy, the #1 exporter of let's hate America, let's hate Judeo-Christian ethic, let's hate the Judeo-Christian tradition. It's coming from Saudi Arabia. They teach it in the schools in our country. They teach it in the schools in Indonesia. They corrupt the religion of Islam throughout the world. And we're going to give them weapons? I think it's a huge, huge mistake.
This is on me. I have for over a decade been working with a number of people on pedophilia as an elite privilege. And the elite in banking are the ones who have really made this a big league thing. There are Saudi Arabian restaurants with basements in Washington, D.C., where you can order children on the menu.
We have no business being in Syria. Syria belongs to Syria. Israel should be forced to evacuate the Golan Heights. We should stop funding the Saudi Arabian military. Saudi Arabia is the source of all evil here, nobody else.
Destabilize any Arab regime which might have any kind of autonomy and self-determination. Any regime in the Arab world that is not an absolute puppet cannot be tolerated. And who are the nations that we target? Those that are not puppets. We don't target those like the Saudi regime, which is the biggest human rights violator in that region. It's cutting off people's heads in public, cutting off hands. It is the most grotesque regime on the planet, and yet we give that regime weapons and it's no problem whatsoever. The duplicity and hypocrisy of the United States and the West can't even be measured. It is so enormous.
Saudi Arabia is a cancer on the world. Saudi Arabia is a hereditary dictatorship. The same vile, corrupt monarchy has been in control for hundreds of years. So why does Obama bow to Saudi royals like he's their house bitch every time he visits? He could lick Kim Jong-un's feet while proclaiming his eternal devotion to the dear leader, and it would be less shameful. Saudi Arabia is the worst country in the world, bar none. If it disappeared off the map tomorrow, the planet would hold the biggest party you've ever seen. This is a country that was directly involved in 9/11.
You believe that support came from Saudi Arabia?
Substantially.
And when we say the Saudis, you mean the government? Rich people in the country? Charities?
All of the above.
This is a country that threatens economic blackmail if its role in 9/11 is revealed. This is a country that can safely rely on the Obama administration to cover up its role in 9/11.
There is suspicion in the U.S. that parts of the Saudi government were involved in the September 11th attacks. Now, the president opposes legislation that would allow lawsuits against countries that aid terrorism. Some 9/11 family members are outraged the president is going along with Saudi Arabia, which is warning that it will sell off hundreds of billions of dollars worth of American assets if this bill passes.
This is a country that constitutes the most significant source of funding for Sunni terrorist groups worldwide. This is a country that bankrolled the rise of ISIS. This is a country that bankrolled Al-Qaeda and the Taliban. This is a country that received $640 million worth of humanity-shredding cluster bombs, courtesy of the US, while Washington lectured the world on Bashar al-Assad using cluster bombs.
Lama
يبرا كل صورة يبرا يبلدي لملمة شمعت بكله بلدا دنا غلمة تلما غلمة وانتي قريب ركسنا يبرا كل صورة يبرا
This is the country whose leaders espouse the most fundamentalist form of Islam, yet who then all travel to Europe to engage in the most debauched hedonism imaginable.
There are new, embarrassing cables from WikiLeaks. The website released more U.S. State Department documents today. One of the cables accuses members of the Saudi Arabian royal family of throwing wild parties that in every way break their own country's laws, including bans on booze and hookers. The cable reads, and I quote, "Alcohol, though strictly prohibited by Saudi law and custom, was plentiful at the party's well-stocked bar. It was also learned through word of mouth that a number of guests were, in fact, working girls, not uncommon for such parties."
When it comes to cutting loose abroad, some of the Saudi establishment don't exactly present a picture of religious piety. Saudi princes have been seen raining hundreds of thousands of dollars on women in nightclubs, ready cash by their sides.
This is a country that enforces Sharia law, the most draconian, barbarous legal system that man has ever devised. This is a country that lectures Europe about not taking in enough Syrian refugees, while itself taking in precisely 0 Syrian refugees, even though they have 100,000 air-conditioned tents sitting empty for most of the year that could house 3 million migrants. Instead of importing refugees who share a similar culture, the Saudis are exporting extremist Wahhabism by offering to build 200 mosques in Germany, as well as hundreds more throughout Europe and the US. This is a country that just carried out its highest number of beheadings in 2 decades. Nothing good ever came out of Saudi Arabia. What did Saudi Arabia ever give to the world? The most intolerant, hateful belief system ever. The San Bernardino killers, 15 of the 19 hijackers, and Osama bin Laden. Well, gee, thanks. But no thanks. Why is the West making enemies of countries like Russia that could provide plentiful oil, while cozying up to a country that oversaw the deadliest terror attack on US soil in history simply because we're dependent on its oil? Why did the West bomb and destabilize Iraq, Libya, and Syria, 3 nations controlled by secular leaders, while handing out lucrative weapons deals to theocratic extremists?
تلقن كولوان والدايتا ووارك عدال قناي بهرب ومتان سقرو من رحلتك وانت نسم كلو سيراكم بغتا خطوك كترق إرترا حمرك سقين بسمو يترقرا وفرا وكرس لتغواسو وفي اللقداو قدوس الغشامي دوم شاكت لي ورداو إلتريا وشام دبساو سفال التبشيش داو إلتريا وشام دبساو سفال التبشيش داو إلتريا لولا حمل مالي ترمى بغن عسلي أو طوالي إلتريا لولا حمل مالي ترمى بغن عسلي أو طوالي
It's regrettable that the countries that are on the list have not been, the citizens of the countries on the list have never participated in any act of terrorism against the United States, and yet they are punished for acts of terrorism that have been committed by citizens of other countries who are not on the list. It's not a call for putting anybody else on the list, but it's just the problem that for some, terrorism and support for terrorism is measured by the amount of money they spent on buying arms from the US and not by actually being involved in acts of terrorism.
Why is the West even dignifying the existence of this horrible shithole? Never mind bowing and grovelling to its totalitarian leadership. Saudi Arabia is a cancer on the world. And only when the House of Saud is overthrown will this putrid, festering carcinogenous boil on the face of the planet be lanced for good.
تلقن كل والداي تور وارب عدال قناي بهرب ومتان سقرو نرحلت كوانت ناس انقلو سيراخم بختخطو كترهو إيرترا حمرا بصبين كسموي كررو كررو وكرز لك وارزو كحوق باللقدو قدوس الخشامي دو شاكتي وردا إلكتريا كل شام دقصو سفالة تبشيش داو إلكتريا كل شام دقصو سفالة تبشيش داو إلكتريا الأولى حمل مالك كرمه ومع سهيل هو طوالي إلكتريا الأولى حمل مالك كرمه ومع سهيل هو طوالي
حدا هزبي زبقنا التاريخ بتاريخنا زدينا بري كوني لسان حابينا نزبر ربنا منفسنا نحاجر ويتتناتنا بزعبان سئل هلاوينا بهلا ومخفال
تزي حسبوا اللي تسب كمان تزي سمعوا كمان أبدا هذا ربك عليه بوزع جزية مسي على دي ولا كلا سلام يلوم تراحي وما في مجد لا تسفر له ما أركم زوينه أب هاوتتا أب speculation أب أنت قاعد ولا هم زبان نجار إلا أوش تدل دقة إرترا وخمسيتات على يلوس كحاسب جزية مسي تراي كوين خمسي لتجاربه أب كلا خمسي لتجاربه حدا فلاسفة خمسي لتجاربه أمزيلهم حاسبهم بعري مخيارنا بوليسي تحت الله يو ناي دقة ناي أمريكا مسمر غير على على دي وخمسة في الشيخ يقول له ولا من بديت زي تفعل العشاء الحمد لله هذا لو عندي هيجي الرئيس كتب هيلو زربازي نإرتراس كاب قري كانوا صعينا قرب حنقول كادي دلو ولا قر لبزي هنا قر لنا تاي مالتي قري هذا እንታይ ቁሪ እቲ ቋንቋው ንገዛ ርእሱ ዝደምም ብምልክታዊ ዘራረባ እሞ ከምዚ ንኤርትራ ከነምፃእ ኢና ከምዚ ግዳም ሓዲራ ኣላ እሞ ንገዛ ከነእትዋ ኢና እንታይ ማለት እዩ ከምኡታትከ እንታይ እዮም እቶም ትሕዝቶታት ዋላ ኣብቲ ትሕዝቶ እንተ ሕጂ ናብ ከምኡ ኣቲኻ ናብቲ እወ ድሕሪ 2009 ትእገዳ ምስ ሓለፈ ግን ጠባይ ገይራ ኣላ ኣየና እዩ እቲ ቅድሚ 2009 ነበረ ድሕሪ 2009 ዝመፀ ባዕልኻ ድፈብረካዮ ክሲ ባዕልኻ ምስክር ባዕልኻ ፈራዲ ባዕልኻ ቀፃዒ ኮይንካ ሃገርን ህዝብን እናበደልካ ሎሚ ዝምድና ክመሓየሽ ኤርትራ ካብ ቁሩ ክትወፅኣ ኣብ ፈርኔሎ ወይ ኣብ መጋርያ ሓዊ ክትስሕን ክትጅምር ያሲ ካበይ ዝመፀ ዘረባ እዩ እዚ ከምዚ ኣመሰለ በደል ካብ ምንታይ ተመርኮሰ ካልእ ኣርእስታት ገዲምና ትሕዝቶ ናይቲ ዘረባ ሓደ እዚ እቲ ቋንቋን እቲ ቀራርቡኡን ግዜኡን ኣዛሚትካ ክትሪኦ ከለካ ትርጉም ሂብካ ከምዚ ናይ ኣሜሪካን ናይ ኤርትራን ዝምድና ንምምሕያሽ ዝግበር ፃዕርዶ ኣፋፍኖት ኣለዎ ከምዚ ለይልካ ክትዛረብ ምሁታት ጥራይ ኮይኑ ዝረአየና እቶም ፅሑፉ ከምድላዮም ክፅሕፉ ክእሉ እዮም ኣብኡ ኣቲኻ ከምዝሎ ናይ ኣሜሪካ ፖሊሲታት ምስ ኤርትራ ድልየት ኣሎ ሓደ ቀጥር ኢሉ መፅእ ኖ ኤርትራ ይትደሊን እያ ምስ ኣሜሪካ ዝምድና ከተመሓይሽ ሓደ ኣምባሳደር ከምዚ ኢሉ ፈታትን ነይሩ መወዳእታ ፕሬዚደንት ፋሕፋሕ ኣቢልዎ ነቲ ኣነ ናይ ምሁታት ዓለም ኣብዚ የሎ ብስፔኩሌቲቭ ዝኾነ ኢልካ ትብሎ ቆየን ኢሉ ሽን ኢሉ ሓደ ኢሉ ኣነ ብዙሕ ናይ ኤርትራን ናይ ኣሜሪካን ዝምድና ምምሕያሽ ኢልካ ትዛረብ እንተኮንካ እንታይ እቲ ክመሓየሽ ድለ ዘሎ ዝምድና እንታይ እቲ ዝመሓየሽ ዝምድና
ويتتناتنا بزعبا نسأل هلاوينا بهلاوة مخفال كمتنا حاجر بغالن بقبرن عبتدن فتاني كملحنا حاني عبتدن الرحوات أمتنا معرر رزين كبر بهدي معرفة سسكرين تمالا أتبحو حقر زفتري نادي تجيل في زولدو رائي نتسلي تباح بروح متائي نفسنا آمين
قدا بالكاش بتنازاتهم قوانقوا دبلوه كن الدبو منا هنقصعو منا بحصت قبل الحزبنا هاجرن كندز بدل اوريت كاس حجي انا مسي يتكا سالمكا وي بجها امزي ابلني ولاكا بينا يملكيتا انتايتي زمدنا من محياج بحال انتاي ترغم مودات بعلمن وسنو بعلمن وسنو نايكونا وسنو على توم صحفو دلو دليت يهلو ما يهلو ما مودعتا ناي سبات ناي تعاتو لكونا نخندز دا اكل منسي كاب عدو تباريرو خمز حدر تفصمو دلها غبن بيناي غبا بيناي رتعي بيناي فتعي هم تقبر دلها كما يركع عزم دنا تمحي انا اجيتي زينا انترنت عادي انا مدد بحال صراحة دسانو بود صحفو له حنتي مبقسي متحزد اي بالله زربات تدربه نعا حيسكات خيد مسنفاس تهوتت ابقومو دريا انت دي اتناد حاشي
بيننا نخدو كي طمتنا تقعي ታሪኽና ዝደየምና በሪ ቁኒን ሳን ሓቢርና ንዘምር ርብናን መንፈስና ንሓገር ጎይተትናትና ብዛዕባ ንስእል ህላዌና ብህላወ ምኽፋል معرر رزين كبر بحلي معرفة زسكرين تمالا أصبحو حجر زفتر نادي تجيل بيز ولدو رائي نتسلي تباح بروح تائي نفسنا آمنا بيننا نخدو كي طمت ما تقعي
Mainly it's about Iran, but there's also the Trump agenda written all over this. When you stipulate that an Arab country gives up its support for the Palestinians, I can see the Trump agenda all over this thing. And to demand that an Arab country give up its relationship with the Palestinians with all the ties that the Qataris and the Palestinians have is unheard of, and I don't believe that this is the kind of demand that the Saudis put down there. This sounds more like the Trump administration adding that to the list.
We want to do safe zones in Syria. I will get the Gulf states who are not doing much, believe me. The Gulf states have nothing but money. I'm going to get them to pay. We owe $19 trillion. We're not paying for it. We're not paying. They're going to pay. They are going to pay. We're going to get the Gulf states to pay for it. They're going to pay. Don't forget, without us, the Gulf states won't exist. They won't. Don't forget, without us, the Gulf states won't exist. They won't. Don't forget, without us, the Gulf states won't exist. They won't.
وحدات ربوحات كما مرات بعدنا كسمر نحنا مسكت المساكن وحدات ربوحات كما مرات بعدنا كسمر مسكت المساكن تدري إمامنا خزازم قطعتنا محنا زين قلم نقفي تازبنا نهبا أكل منا صحي نعربا أكل منا صحي نعربا نحنا وحدات ربوحات كما مرات بعدنا كسمر نحنا مسكت المساكن وحدات ربوحات كما مرات بعدنا كسمر مسكت المساكن
مشينا سافرنا دو مقرب مشينا أني من حي